Hello everybody, we are going to be talking about the Auston Matthews injury, and the news broke a little while ago. So what exactly is going on? Well, from what we know, Auston Matthews will miss at least 6 games because of a knee sprain. So he'll be out minimum 3 weeks. And this is actually pretty good timing for an injury to happen. I know that probably sounds a little weird, but you're looking at this and the All-Star events are all set to take place here in a little while, and that is going to be some time that he would have had to play games, and if the All-Star game and the All-Star events weren't around. So for the games, there's going to be no NHL games from February 2nd through February 5th, meaning maybe he would have missed an extra game or 2. So again, while that doesn't seem like a big deal, considering all things, losing a superstar for 6 games, let alone, is not ideal. Losing them for 7 or 8 would still not be something you would like to do. Now, in lieu of this, the Florida Panthers fan favorite Alexander Barkov will be replacing Matthews for the All-Star events, and that is going to be, obviously still a very good player to replace Matthews, but that is what's happening there. But this also comes at a time where the fight for second place in the Atlantic right now is very tight. Between Tampa Bay and Toronto, yeah, it looks like Toronto's probably going to get that second spot, but you never know. Again, Boston's probably locked up the 1 seed there. They're looking like an all-time historic team. The Bruins, putting together this great season. So second place, not really a bad thing considering how well Boston's done. But Tampa Bay has played 2 fewer games than Toronto, so this is one of those things where you're looking at it and saying, still makes me nervous if you're a Maple Leafs fan. But the good news is they play some cellar dwellers in these next 6 games. They play the Columbus Blue Jackets twice, back-to-back I imagine, and then they play the Chicago Blackhawks. On top of that, they're playing the Senators. Norris is out for the season. The Sens have not gelled the way you would have hoped, and this is not a bad stretch for them to miss him. Again, not ideal, but looking at this from an outsider's perspective, or somebody that can kind of see it in some positive ways, you're only missing him for a short span. That's a good thing. You are going to have some time between games for the All-Star events, also a good thing. And then, of course, you're getting to play easy games. While it might not be fun, and you might not be thrilled that Matthews is injured right now, this is a pretty minor injury for now. As long as nothing crazy happens or more comes out of this, this could actually be a good thing too, because looking at injuries, you would hate to see them at the beginning of the year, or really when a team's making a push for the playoffs, really down that stretch towards the back end of the season. Yeah, Toronto is kind of making that push to maintain their second place spot in the division, but again, easy games, a lead over Tampa Bay, and you get some time for Matthews to heal up. Maybe he's going to come back and feel refreshed. Maybe he's going to be ready to go for a playoff push, because again, Toronto has been this team for a while now that has been pretty darn good during the regular season, one of the better teams in the league, and they have really nothing to show for it. Yeah, playoff appearances are nice, but at the end of the day, getting out of the first round is even better. And I know for this fan base, they know how talented this group is. A lot of people make memes about this franchise, but at the end of the day, Toronto is a team that if they got hot, absolutely could hoist the cup. As much as people probably seem to think that's impossible, guys like Matthews are the real deal. He is an NHL superstar. He is a guy that just racks up goals like it's no big deal. He puts up a great two-way game. He kind of does a lot of the things that you want a franchise player to do, and he gets paid for it at the same time too. You want him to be ready to go for that playoff push. So I think, all things considered, this could be a good thing. Will they miss Auston Matthews? Absolutely, they'll miss Matthews. He is second on the team for goals with 25, third for assists on the team with 28, and then third on the team for points with 53 in 47 games played, as well as a goals for plus differential of plus 51. So when he's out there, they outscore team something like 88-37. So yeah, clearly he is a great player, and his time lost will be felt. But again, maybe you play with some lineups. Maybe you mess around with the lineups a little bit against teams like Ottawa, against teams like Columbus, against teams like Chicago. You can kind of play around with some things, see maybe what you like for the playoffs, maybe what you don't like, maybe figuring out how things are going to work out when you have to make those adjustments, because now you're in a great spot to do so. And I don't know, maybe they'll play it safe. We'll have to see. But what are your thoughts on this? Do you think that Matthews will have to miss more time than this? Do you think it'll be a pretty minor injury? Or do you think this could be something to worry about come playoff time? Whatever the case may be, I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on if Toronto will do well without him, because, well, they relatively have a pretty easy schedule, but we'll have to see. Anyway, please make sure to like this video if you found it informative, and subscribe to my channel for more hockey news. Everybody stay safe, have a great night, and Eagle love hockey, alright. Goodbye, Brigadiers and Brigadettes. This is your captain signing off. Have a great night.